Program Director, the executive members of CIGFARO, represented by the Presidency, Dr. Emmanuel Ngobo, our partners, strategic partners, the South African Local Government Association, both local and national, represented by Ubabu Ndombela and Homoto Pito. Our strategic partners, DUT, represented by Dr. Mel Reddy. Our partners in presentation, that's our esteemed guest from SAICA, from RFG, from XO Collections, our collaborative strong alliance partner of CFO Foundation, colleagues from various municipalities, interns, trainees, graduates, mentors, everyone who's present today, good morning. All protocols observed. It is a great pleasure to stand in front of you as the chairperson of the branch. Igama, I am Usbu Zakwe. I've been with the Institute for a number of years, and they've graced me with a title of being a chairperson for this term, and I am so grateful for that. Colleagues, I'm not going to be long. My task is very short. It's just introduction and welcoming. Our theme today and tomorrow, or this year, is demystifying professionalism, which our lovely program director has tried to explain, which is focused on nurturing professional finance leaders. You would know and you would understand that as you are here today as interns, as graduates, as trainees, that you are leaders of tomorrow. You are the next CFOs, the CEOs of various institutions and organizations. So we have themed this year's program as demystifying professionalism. Maybe just to explain a little what demystifying means. Demystifying is a term that has its origin from French or Latin. D is the prefix, which means down or fall, while mystify is a French term meaning a mystic. It comes from something that is a mystery. So what we've done is, putting this together, is we are trying to solve a mystery in the professional field through the capacitation of interns. And we are including this thing, professionalism. Now, professionalism involves being reliable or setting your own high standards and showing that you are about every aspect of your job. It allows you to fulfill your role to the best of your ability. It helps you to impress and inspire others. It gives you a deep sense of satisfaction. So it has to do a lot more with meeting the standards that matters. So if you are demystifying professionalism, essentially it means that professionalism is something that everyone can aspire. It's something that we are trying to solve. In doing so, we have structured this program so that it deals specifically with the soft skills that we want you to gain or we want you to grasp. You will hear our next speakers that will come through today and tomorrow. Most of them will be focusing on building ethics. Some of them will focus on the well balance of your well balanced life as a professional. We will also be looking at continuous professional development and various other soft skills that we want you to acquire. So in theming this whole program for our next 2 days, the focus is more on self. The focus is more on professionalism. The focus is more on ethics, emotional intelligence, health, and mental intelligence, and all of those things. So those are some of the aspects that we are looking to cover today. And tomorrow, we will be slightly more technical in terms of our approach, obviously in compliance with the MFMA framework for interns and guidelines. So we will do, we will look at the fourth industrial revolution in local government. We will also look at budget, reporting, procurement, and all of those things. And then we will close with an inspiration or a motivational session by one of the successful, respected CEOs around the country who has experienced a life both publicly as well as privately. Now he's owning various schools. He's a pastor as well. So he will be looking at planting a different seed to you in terms of the focus that you need to do and aspire to achieve. Not only to look at getting jobs within the public sector, but creating opportunities for yourselves in other facets, in other areas, like private and so on and so forth. So that's how we have packaged our theme for this year. Maybe before I sit down, I would also like to touch on CIGFARO, which is the institute that I represent. It is a professional body. As you all know, it has 93 years in existence. It is recognized by Zakwe, South African Qualifications Authority. It's also based in all 9 provinces. So we have branches in all 9 provinces. One of the vision or the main focus area for CIGFARO is to be a leading professional body for the continuous development and capacitation of finance and governance practitioners. That's why we have these sessions, because our focus area is to ensure that we capacitate you with all the necessary skills that you require in doing your jobs. This is done by harnessing and development of knowledge, training and upskilling our members, delivering practical capacity building, inculcating ethical behavior within the finance profession, as well as providing advisory and furthering interest. We have partners, strategic partners, some of them who are present, as I have mentioned. Salga is one of our partners. COCTA is one of our partners. ASB, Auditor General, those are strategic partners. And we also partnering with various bodies like USAICA, Cyber. We are graced by the presence of the Institute of Internal Auditors. So we are partnering with all of those. We also have various designations and titles within the CIGFARO as a whole. We have the Chartered Government Financial Officers. We also have professionals. We also have the technicians and the practitioners. But for students, our membership is really free in that way. And then once you are in the working environment, then you grow in different levels through those various titles. So it is a pleasure for me to welcome you today. I hope you will have a fruitful and a very informative. You will take a lot out of this sessions. Just before I sit down, I have a quotation here, which actually touched me when I read it last night. It's about hope. You know, there's so many things that are happening in this life, in this era, in these times. We've had so many challenges, both economically as a country. There are challenges. I mean, this setup, this program today, it coincides with the Youth Month, and we've had so many things about how there's lack of jobs, lack of opportunities for youth within the country at whole. And I believe that if we have hope, if we are really focused in what we are doing, if we are dedicated, if we continue to flourish and adapt to the changes that are brought by these circumstances, we should definitely and we shall definitely conquer. There is a quotation which speaks about the king protea. It says, "This is a national flower of South Africa. It adapts and flourishes in harsh environments." And it says, "It is not the environment that defines you, but you define the environment." It's a quotation from King's 4 report, which has various aspects. I think Dr. Mel will touch on it when she presents the ethics. But another thing that I also want to highlight to you or to emphasize is the issue about hope. You know, as young people of this country, as a youth, as graduates, as interns, we need to be defiant in all circumstances. You know, we need to remain grounded to what we are supposed to do. I'm not saying we are not doing what we are supposed to do, but at times things will not be brought to us in trays or in plates, in silver plates, and all of those things. We have to aspire. We have to work hard. We have to be dedicated. We have to focus on the journey that is upon us. You know, we need not to sit back and wait for government to do things for us. I mean, if you look at the GDP, the percentage contribution by government, it's only 17% contribution to the GDP. And the rest, which is about 83%, comes from private. So what I'm trying to say is that we can have all the qualifications, we can apply for jobs and expect to get jobs, but times like these calls for drastic measures and actions to be taken by all of us. I know the issue of SMM is a challenge as well, but when I was driving down from Pietermaritzburg, I heard that the Premier, that they've about 100 million just for this year that is provided to support SMMEs. But what they are looking at is people who will be creating employment for other people. I know most of the time you want to have something, but for yourself, that will look out for your own interest. But if you take it further and come up with concepts, innovations, ideas that will also look out for the interest of other people, you stand a good opportunity. So government on its own will not take you as far as you want to go in your life. In closure, I will close with these words. If you only carry one thing throughout your entire life, let it be hope. Let it be hope that better things are always ahead. Let it be hope that you get through even the toughest of times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. Let it be hope that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now, and that you are on the path where you are meant to be. Because during these times, hope will be the very thing that will carry you through. That's a quotation from Nick Barnes. So if we have this hope, this defiance, this commitment, this dedication, we shall definitely conquer. With those words, fellow colleagues, I welcome you in our fourth annual competency development, and I wish that you will have a great time in these next 2 days, and you will enjoy. And there will be a seed that will be planted into you, and when you leave tomorrow, you'll be better people who will be inspired, will be motivated to do more and make the change that is required in our country to make a difference. I thank you.